3, 2, 1.
A paragraph is a group of sentences working together to develop one key point about the subject.
Andrew, let me ask you again, what is a subject?
We are a highly inclusive school district because we have been able to sustain this mindset and initiative for many years in Haddonfield.
Yeah, come meet me at the back table.
We greatly utilize co-teaching models throughout the school district to ensure we're maximizing the adult support in the classroom.
We've created a really strong classroom environment where everyone's created equally and they feel comfortable and confident in their shoes in the classroom.
It gets back to the idea of how do you maximize two teachers in a classroom, and that also then begs the question of what are the chosen methodologies or modes of presentation that teachers are using.
A lot of the programs in the curriculum that I'm most comfortable with are the ones that include hand motion to help the students learn.
I'm constantly assessing them to see where I should go. Do I need to back up? Do I need to move forward? To really directly instruct them at their level based on their need.
General ed students learn so much by being in an inclusive classroom, whether it's patience, whether it's appreciation of differences, whether it's not only how to be supportive, but how to be supported by a student that has other needs or other interests.
So my predecessor, Bonnie Rubin Sugarman, really set the foundation for the inclusive culture here in Haddonfield.
Bonnie Rubin Sugarman was a wonderful example for what inclusive education should be. When Gino came on board, he brought a new perspective as well and started to also, challenge our ideas and practices and ask great questions. And all good leaders ask great questions.
Bonnie brought in the heart of inclusion, and Gino has brought in some of the data science of inclusion, and together those two things married really has enabled us to deliver an amazing program, I think.
I've worked now with Dr. Priolo for 7 years. He and I both are fully committed to making sure that our students are at the center of everything that we do. And our special education teachers and department and Gino make sure that everyone has the ample opportunity to shine.
Once you get your roller coaster tested today and it's set and you're not making any more adjustments, that's when you're going to take the picture. Okay?
Because of the professionalism and the commitment of our teachers, they're very open-minded and receptive to implementing new methodologies and strategies in their classrooms, not just for the students with special needs, but for all students, because they see the benefit. From my perspective, inclusion does work.
You celebrate each other's successes. You learn from each other's differences. You recognize strengths that kids have. Everyone has a voice. Everyone should have a voice in the classroom.
So if your marble comes off the roller coaster and hits there, it's like running into that wall and then it's got to bounce back.
So it just has to go from 2 meters off the coaster.
And so it is really a joint and collaborative process.
Inclusion will work. It may look different in different schools based upon facilities, based upon what the teachers feel the students need, not just in terms of academic support, but also social emotional learning.
Inclusive education to me is all about the value of every single student in the classroom and the value that they bring to the learning environment. I modify and accommodate in many different ways. Great conversations. Can someone share out what they talked about really quickly? What connection did you see? This is where we compare it to a historical figure.
Like Rosa Parks, and she was trying to stop racism.
Even in an inclusive classroom, not every student is going to need the same accommodations or is going to have the same needs. To whatever extent possible, inclusive education is possible.
Our relationship with our parents in Haddonfield is paramount. Establishing a collaborative culture where parents know that they have a significant amount of input at the table is very important to us. They are valued members of the team.
Somebody with high, complex needs, you need support. You need support in the home, you need support to be out in the community, and Haddonfield has continued to provide those supports.
We are an inclusive school because we teach our children that diversity is celebrated and we celebrate the success of the students. A goal for us is to provide inclusive classrooms, inclusive of all students.
The students need to be included with their peers, and because of that, we're including them in as many things as we possibly can.
I think the most rewarding aspect is just the sense of community, just in the classroom on a day-to-day basis. You know, everyone works together, everyone's empathetic, everyone celebrates each other and the things that they bring to the classroom. I love seeing those moments too where I'm learning alongside of the students.
One of the greatest gifts, I believe, of inclusion is that students are accessing and held accountable to high grade level standards. I believe greatly in the mission of public school education and the value of seeing students succeed in the classroom and participate and thrive. Those are the kind of things that keep me coming back to work every day. In addition to working with the great faculty and staff that we have here in district, they're just tremendous.